everybody. So I wanted to come and do a video because it has something to do with the video I posted a couple of days ago. It's in relation to that, but it's a whole other subject. So hope you guys don't mind while I'm on the video. I am eating my dinner. Just having myself some homemade quesadilla and something to drink. So I apologize if I have my mouthful of hair. Not a mouthful of hair, mouthful of food. So, a couple of days ago, I posted a reaction video to the TV spot for Disney's Aladdin that was released during the Grammys on Sunday. And I have been looking at a lot of responses to this TV spot because I'm interested to see what everybody thinks, because there are a lot of us out there who are excited for this movie because, you know, this is an iconic Disney film. Early 90s, those movies were pretty good. Everybody loves them. It's personally my favorite movie. That's why I got my Aladdin shirt on. But a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing in reaction coming to this TV spot, I'm a little bit shocked at. And some of the things I'm going to express my opinion to you guys. Now, before I get into it, I'm just letting you guys know that all of this is true and dear to my heart. I would consider myself extremely honest. And it may seem maybe it might come off as a little strange, but I promise everything that I'm going to tell you is genuine and how I feel, and it is a no malice towards anybody who has an opposing opinion to what I have. So here we go. The first thing that is pretty much number one on anyone's mind when it comes to this is that we are finally seeing what the CGI genie is going to look like. And everybody was hoping at the beginning, you know, when we first saw a teaser trailer for this movie, is like, okay, is the genie even going to be CGI, or is he just going to be like a human genie? And a lot of people are disappointed with the outcome of what genie looks like in blue. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm one of the people that actually thinks it's pretty good, because this is going to be kind of my premise that centers around this entire thing, is that I think a lot of expectations are being set super high for the genie character for a number of reasons. Number one being Robin Williams set the standard for this character because he just brought the genie to life and made it his own, and that's why the genie is one of the most iconic characters in the Disney franchise. At least in my opinion, and I'm sure a ton of people out there believe the same thing. And look, no one will ever replace Robin Williams as the genie. Never, ever, ever. That character belongs to him. You know, he brought it to life. He really, truly did. But Will Smith is definitely a good choice to play it for this live-action adaptation of the movie. I don't understand why these comments coming out saying like the CGI looks as good as if it were going to be on television and it just doesn't look good, or even some people are, you know, giving these references to it looks like just somebody in blue body paint, or maybe it's just bad, almost as bad as Avatar. I'm not seeing it, and to be honest, and this is probably just the super Aladdin fan in me, I think that maybe what we saw in the TV spot is just a tease of what we might actually see on the big screen once the movie actually comes out in May. Now, I could be totally wrong, and if I am, I will eat my words and my opinion might change. Who knows? But I can't make a final decision on how good the movie is going to be based off of that. So that's my first thing that I'm noticing with comments about the TV spot. The second thing, and this has continued to follow since the casting for the movie had come out, and even with Will Smith, but I just told my whole thing about that, is the casting of just everybody in general who are playing the main characters in the movie. And the three characters that I'm going to come across right now are Aladdin himself, Jasmine, and Jafar. Now let's start off with Aladdin. Mina Massoud playing Aladdin. I have never seen Mina Massoud play in anything. People are talking about his movies and TV shows that he's done. I have not personally seen that. So this is my first glimpse of who this guy is. I saw one comment that says that he's got facial hair going on. Okay? You know, Aladdin is perfectly based off of, a chiseled jaw, looks great, clean shaven, all that kind of stuff. But one person I heard say that he's not, like, he's good in costume as a photographic Aladdin, but he doesn't work as a live action person in this movie. Based off of, we haven't even heard him talk or say any lines. And I don't agree with that. You know, I think I mean, I can see him as I see him as Aladdin. I see it. That's who I see. He's got the costume on. I see Aladdin. I'm not expecting, I know that the animated character was kind of pictured off of Tom Cruise to be this, you know, this handsome, sharp guy, even though he's a street rat and has no money, all that kind of stuff. But it goes back to that thing is that I think the expectations are put a little too high on this movie. So I don't have a problem with seeing more now shots of what Mina Massoud is going to look like as Aladdin. I'm not seeing a problem with it. Second character, Jasmine. She has gotten the biggest criticism, Naomi Scott has gotten the biggest criticism since she has been cast because of her ethnicity. That she's half Indian and she's British. Look, I don't think that Disney's trying to go absolutely perfectly right on the race, the ethnicity thing when it comes to these characters. It's a Disney movie. This is not a historically accurate movie. I'm seeing the cast, besides Will Smith, I'm seeing people of Agrabah. I'm seeing Princess Jasmine. I see Aladdin. I'm seeing Jafar. We'll get to Jafar in a minute. But I don't have a problem with Naomi Scott being Jasmine. Who cares about her actual ethnicity background? Who cares if she's not as dark-skinned as the animated character? I still think that she is portraying the most ethnically diverse princess that we have in the Disney franchise. Great. I mean, we haven't seen her say any words in any clips or trailers or anything like that, but still, just looking at her, the whole ensemble, the fact that we see her in the blue outfit, and we're going to see her in even more outfits, which I'm super excited about to see. I don't think it's bad. I can't wait to hear her sing. I can't wait to see how she pulls this off. Again, I don't have a problem with that. Now we're going to move on to Jafar. Now, I'm going to sound really, really weird here. Because I have seen a lot of people jump on the bandwagon about this guy who's playing Jafar. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But I'm sorry, but this guy is probably the only person on the cast right now that I think is not the right choice for playing Jafar. And it has nothing to do with his ethnicity, but it's the fact of his age. He's around the same age as, it looks like he is around the same age as Aladdin. And in the animated film, it was made very clear, at least by the Sultan, that Jafar is old. Jafar is supposed to be an old and creepy looking villain guy. He's not supposed to be young. He's not supposed to be attractive. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with that when this guy got cast as Jafar, but he's the only disappointment, in my opinion, as a huge Aladdin lover, that I'm just disappointed in who they found. And I want to be able to give this guy a chance. So I'm when I go to the movie, I'll go in there with an open mind, and hopefully his performance will make up for the fact that he is younger than what the character actually is from the animated film. But that's probably the only, I guess you could say, tiff that I have with this movie, is that Jafar is too young. He's just too dang young. But again, that's just how personally I feel. And so just to kind of wrap around everything that I just talked about, these 3 points that I talked about, 2 points, I guess. I don't remember. But I think there are a lot of people thinking that this could be Disney's first disastrous movie from the live action adaptations that they have done. That just because of some of the points that I talked about tonight, and there's probably even more points out there that I don't even know about, these people think that this movie is going to fail. I want to kind of go back to when Beauty and the Beast was coming out. There was a lot of spectacle about that as well. When it was first said that Emma Watson was going to play Belle, a lot of people said no, because she didn't look like Belle. But then they got their head wrapped around it, and then the movie came out and she exceeded expectations, and she performed it beautifully. And then, of course, there was the whole thing with LeFou of them saying, oh, this is going to be Disney's first gay character. And the character did show sides of that, but it wasn't like on the nose of being a homosexual guy in a Disney film. And there was controversy around that. You know, parents didn't want to take their kids into the theater because they didn't want a gay character in a Disney movie or whatever. But that doesn't matter. Because, yes, all these iconic Disney animated movies from the 90s are being made into live-action adaptations. Great. I am so happy that they are. I loved Cinderella. I loved Beauty and the Beast. And of course, we've got Mulan coming out in 2020, and Aladdin here. When I heard that Aladdin was getting made into live action, I was so stoked. And then, of course, I'm hoping that The Little Mermaid gets made into it, because it's time. It's been around for, I mean, there's this anniversary edition coming out. I hope they make an announcement that a live action adaptation is being made. I really do. But to me, it seems like now people are putting such high expectations about these Disney movies being made that they kind of seem to forget that, yes, it is a Disney movie, but we can't be absolutely precisely on the nose on what the movie's going to be like. And I'll revert back to Beauty and the Beast. There were some things in that movie that were totally different from the animated feature. You know, Belle was more of an independent woman. And that character always has been, but they added even more to that. The fact that she was an inventor, and the fact that we learned about her mother, and just a couple of other diverse things about Belle, and everybody loved that. And I think that's what's happening with Aladdin as well. I don't think it's fair for people to set the expectation that we need the animated film literally put onto the big screen in live action form. It has to be that. Like, the genie has to be, it has to be the exact same genie from the animated film. It has to be the exact same Aladdin, same costume, all that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, you got to admit, the costumes in this Aladdin movie are a lot more modern than what they are in the original film. Which, again, don't have a problem. I think it's a different turn, and I think it's interesting. So I guess my biggest thing is, don't set the expectation too high. Because if you do that, you're going to just walk into the theater being completely disappointed before it even starts. I mean, I'm going into this, yeah, there's a couple of nitpick things that I talked about tonight. I mean, the biggest thing for me was just the Jafar casting. But I'm going to be going into this movie with an open mind, because I love this movie so much. I'm excited to see what some of the new characters that are being brought in are going to bring to the story. I'm interested to see what new songs are going to be written, because we've got Alan Menken doing the same thing like he did for Beauty and the Beast. He wrote the music for the original animated movies. Now he's writing the music for this movie, which is great. I can't wait to hear the new adaptations of some of these iconic songs, plus the 2 new songs that are being brought in with the help of the music writers from The Greatest Showman. Going to be fantastic. So yeah, I don't want to walk into the theater having my expectations so high and then just being completely disappointed from the teases that I've seen before I actually see the movie. So what I'm telling you guys is just basically, this is how I'm feeling about it after, you know, giving it a couple of days of thought and then seeing all the reactions, seeing all the comments that I'm seeing about this. Don't compare it to the animated movie so much, because it is going to be different. I mean, Cinderella was completely different. Beauty and the Beast was a little different. I mean, we can only expect that Aladdin's going to be a little bit different. I hope it's a little bit different. Just as long as those songs are in there and some of those iconic lines and scenes are in there, I don't care what else they do to the movie. So yeah, that's all I'll say on the matter. I don't want to put like a 20-minute video on here of, you know, just repeating myself over and over again. And again, I'm not trying to diss on anybody. I'm just giving my opinion out there. If you have opinions that completely disagree with what I've said in this video tonight, I welcome your disagreement comments. I appreciate that. You know, I just feel like it's just us just having a conversation from Disney fan to Disney fan. That's all I see it as. So I hope you guys, I'm glad you guys are taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. So just let me know what you think. Comment below, like, dislike, subscribe to my channel. I'm always enjoying posting these videos for you guys. I'm still trying to get into the game of posting a lot more, because I'm still trying to like really build my channel here. Hopefully soon I'll start doing some live streaming videos as well. But that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I hope I can't wait to see you guys on my next video, and I'll talk to you guys later.